Hello folks, I'm Red. This is our adventure guild. And last we left off, I had forgotten to send our trainees back into training. We were also going to send out the Guardian here. Over here. Not on an assignment. Because you all get along perfectly well. We were going to send them off on some hefty mission. They're not yet ready for Vorthax. But we could definitely do one of these. I'm looking at the experience and gold, really. 28,000, 7,000. 28,000, 8,000. 6 crates. I mean, this is structurally has to be easier. I'm gonna say grab a pair of shovels. Grab bandages. We're headed out into the cold. I don't think I have to even think about upgrading your armor. Go ahead and make a donation. Guidance of the Divine is pretty meh for you. I'll reroll one time. Blessing and Prosperity, sure. We'll just head right on out real quick. Maybe if we get this done quick enough, I'll do another double header. It's been a little while. It was I am still sort of coming back from my hiatus, doing an episode every other day. Racer's Defense. Okay, there's Elemental Defense, and this is an active skill which gives you 20% damage reduction. And then a Ring of Teleportation. That's nice. That'll end up on... I mean, will it end up on any of you? Elon, this is the easiest way for me. You don't have any movement tech at all. And the Gloves of Dueling, they're nice, don't get me wrong. But they're not something grand. You don't need it. You don't need it. Honestly, Wanderer, you don't need it. Like, you've already got a +1 movement, plus you can switch to the air stance, and you can just fly around even without teleport. Alyssa, you don't need it. You're ranged. It sometimes might come in handy, but honestly, this little pet, this Basilisk, is going to be handier. Eric, you have innate teleportation, and you have the automatic cooldown. So yeah, Elon, have at it. Skill bar. Wait, what? Down skills, teleport. Should appear on your. Oh, there it is. Got the elemental. Yeah. Got a challenge. Okay. I don't need to inspect your bar looks good enough there. What were we doing again? Collecting crates. And anything else we can get our hands on. Usually what we're doing. I might have to go on a deep purge of stuff that we're just not using. Equip the survivors. I'm kind of just wandering around, which is something I don't normally do. I'm usually much more methodical in my approach to how to wander around, but honestly, it's the Guardians. we are just mostly here on a nice, chill little walk. Like I'm not... Oh! Dude, can you just... Come on. I'm gonna catch you around these trees. And, grab this crate. That was entirely my mistake. I just held down the button too long. Removed by hand. Yeah, I don't even need the shovels with you guys. We're gonna just sprint right past the bear. I don't really have to hold down the key while I'm doing that. That's just sort of a me thing. Another rune stone standing tall and proud amidst the frozen terrain. Carved from a slab of ancient rock, bore an intricate symbol of foreign culture. Set up by a friendly Jotun tribe to ensure the well-being of travelers. Healing and restoration? Bravery and health, although it doesn't give us any more of our stamina. Looks like we've skimmed the entire eastern edge of the map. The right side. Oh. So... I don't remember. Do elites... Are they supposed to carry better gear? Like, as part of farming, should I have been just deliberately killing elites this entire time? You did catch a trap to the face, so they are going to be out for at least a day anyways. But I'm not going to fight these wolves, and I don't want to try to outrun them. End up running into something else while I'm just, yet again, holding the button down. Paula, aren't you already the only... All of this lockpicking. All of this lockpicking. I think part of this is that I do just have her constantly... Ooh. This is such a tough thing. You don't really cast... You're really true support, so your intelligence is not a big deal for you. You are a backliner, so, you know, endurance would be nice, but it's not likely anyways. Wisdom would be good. And is likely. Are we giving up? You already have a pretty insane dex. But would I like to get it more insane? And that makes up for not having the, like, your top tier dex makes up for not having the endurance. Take it. Tristan, feeling depressed. Some people have come back from various assignments. We've got gems again. You're all gonna take a day off. The green dragon needs a couple of days for Adrian. But the riders... Wow, that was so quick that we do have to do another one. There is no choice here. You're coming out of training. I don't... I don't like the ideas of sending you in while you're feeling meh. So I'm gonna buy you a drink today. Probably a meal tomorrow, and we're gonna send the riders up, right? I don't need to worry about any of you are doing. We did get another assignment, collecting some medicinal plants, which we can just skip down here and say, Abigail, Reinhardt, You two can do that. And available quests. Do we want to get an upgrade? No. Hold. Wait, hold on. Legendary resources. We get more team slots. One additional teamwork slot for the Rose Garden. $15 is our cap. 16, 17, 18. Epic ingredient, legendary resource. We've got the fully expanded merchandise. How close are we to the end of the week? Just tomorrow. I'm gonna go legendary. We'll leave this for later. We're gonna go on a quest. You are, not you guys, going with the riders. 16s. I would honestly... Your elites... Well, you're weak here. This is better and it's smaller. Riders. You're gonna go on a quest you are under-leveled for. So... where are we going? The Ashen Lands. I'll worry about bleeding and the water skins. In fact, Macan, they're a fairly basic thing. I'll take a second set of water skins. I don't think I'm gonna grab anything else. For you lot, these bracers of defense are elemental defense, and then you've got your other protection. Amulet of perfect health will up your constitution by a fair amount. Cloak of the Archmage gives you the elemental protection. Night Badge is giving you constant physical protection. I'm assuming, Emma, are you team leader? And I do have to leave all the way back here to figure this one out. Oh, it's Clothild. So if I go... say... Emma, why would you need those... that bravery cloak? It gives you elemental protection. This gives you the same, better elemental protection. And then I go skill bar. And this can come down here. I've not like to just... that Master Staff got in it. Just magical attack, I guess. Got a bow. You've got a champion sword. Actually, let me give you swap this. Accuracy, yeah, 10 magical attack. Well, this one has 12. The magical penetration, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. I have comparable bows and swords, but we can go... Only things we can craft. What do I want to get? Do I need medium armor? We just need heavy and light. This troll hide is fine for medium. So, I always worry about my archmages. And... Sword and shield is something that would be pretty good for Clothild, and she's otherwise kind of lacking. Sure, let's get an obsidian sword and shield. And we can go sword and shield, and we can go archmage armor. These are... Okay, these... Hold on. Your Aria the Ice Witch. These reduce the cost and give 39 hit points. They have 25, but they got 45 for the elemental resistances. This does also physical and divine is the thing. Like, honestly, do you want to wear herald robes? First, before I consider any of that, there is no reason for me not to immediately come here and say robes. Nope. Yes. Damage reduction. Physical resistance. It's like dark resistance. Then there was a staff I handed out to you. Healing potency. I don't see any reason to give anything else. You are a healer with... I mean, we do have a paladin. But your paladin does need gems in her sword and shield. We're gonna go physical penetration, healing potency, healing received, and physical attack. And that gems out all of your gear. I'm going to avoid trying to get into any kind of fight with you. So, this is regeneration. Do I want to give any of you regeneration? Like, honestly... Yeah, because you don't have movement tech either, right? You do have a charge. Still, that boot's nice. What's your hit points? 125. You don't have any direct healing on yourself. I'm gonna say... Wait, Clothild, do you have any movement tech? You do have a charge. But here's the thing. The argument in favor of these boots then are the same for you as they are for Emma, in that you both may have movement tech, but it's just a charge, and these boots will give you, you know, one more tile of possibly getting into range of that charge. I think Clothild's the leader. I'm assuming Clothild's the leader based on that cloak. But I have forgotten by now already, and I want to check. Clothild is indeed the leader. She should be wearing that cloak. So go ahead. We are exploring the Ashen Lands. I did remember that coming up. And I will say we're done prepping, right? Let's head out. Sometimes I feel like I sit too long on that. I feel like I'm always kind of making some decision or whatnot, but oh no, maybe I overly hesitate. Could drive up the time I've spent playing this game. We are looking for crates, right? Come on, dude. You don't need to come this way. Come this way. All the way up here. Gonna come up here, you might as well, you know, all the way. Let's check down this western edge. Oh, let's not check down this western edge. Let's check along. Ah! And in particular, we came in here under the impression that we were going to avoid any kind of fights because we are under-leveled for this area. So this is actually a little more dangerous than usual. Theoretically. I did give them camping supplies, right? I'm just suddenly questioning myself, and this is the problem I run into personally. We've got rocks there blocking us off. I see a crate. I have a rough map of the areas we've been in my head. I see a crate down there next to quite a few enemies here. Now let's go ahead and camp. I'm gonna stick with a satisfying meal right now. And Arya, prepare a spell. Emma, prepare a battle plan. Alan, encourage Daryl. As you tend to charge into your enemies quickly. Works for Emma. I mean, it's kind of Emma's shtick. Like, as her class. Let me again drag. Ooh. I thought it was one more path over. I was wrong. Just barely outran that thing. Hopefully this path over here is cleared up, because if not, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. We have a key for this. Cloak of the Lord of Murder. 10 crit, plus 30% crit damage. They say this cloak used to be white. We can remove this by hand, sure. The adventurer stumbled upon a giant deposit of obsidian ore. Mining would be too much work. But it does disappear out of our way. And then we can come to this southern area. There's one crate here. And if I check this map, we've got more to our east. And I'm afraid the crate was one I saw up here. And I'm now forgetting where exactly it was. No, down here. Let's come around this way because we can see the path here. take a couple of those Rings of Reflect. We'll collect this. We've got just a tiny bit more here that we can collect before heading home. Don't accept that. Reroll. We took plenty of stuff and still had plenty of space in our pockets. Right? If I say everything auto sort, got a couple of things left. Emma has an achievement. Well, you didn't get a lot of gold, but we've got plenty of items. Didn't the writers all need a skill? We got a few level ups out of this. I'll accept that. You get your constitution. Immediate take. And then we've got our trainees here. Got 2 level ups from the actual adventure, and then you could do better. Wasn't actually better. Went from copper to bronze, so are you. I'll hold out hope. It was not a good idea to hold out hope. Not in that case. Sometimes it can be, but sometimes it just fails you. I'll take this. We're nearly out of money yet again. Elon has been enjoying more time with the little wolf puppy he has saved. Done wonders for his mood. Misasa and Jane are hungover, but, you know, they get along better, which I think was a relationship that was pretty messed. Stella and Jane, best friends now. Apparently, her getting along with Misasa improved it. New week. Let us check out Makan. Your works here. I'll take this key, always. We got a red fragment of piercing there. Physical penetration. That'll be good. I was to auto sort this. I could grab a couple of these. I will sell some of those. That. I said I was gonna do a little bit of cleaning house here. Want cash. Let's get everything down to 100 here. I guess it's a little of cash. And I'm gonna say another purge of trinkets. Any duplicates? Any duplicates? And then anything not unique. Honestly, that's gone. And doesn't seem like I can upgrade this, but I think it's a unique weapon. I'll hold on to it. Just in case I find, oh, I just was skimming over the thing to upgrade it every single time. Minor quests will get us gold, take 4 days. You. You two can handle that. Ice Bride. What am I gonna say? No, Elon. You know what? Guys trip. Doesn't really matter who I pick there. As long as it's not Paula, because she is at least 2 levels ahead of everyone. Doesn't need the experience. Plus, she's one of the ones that is depressed that I was kind of going, hey, if your party is otherwise depressed, why don't we give some of those... Wow, is it only the -1? Well, no, I guess some of you have others. Whatever. Some of those, your negative moodlets are more likely to tick off than positive ones. Writers could go out again. You two are hungover. You can't go out. That's my fault. Trainees. Trainees go back into training. And, I think I'm going to go ahead and actually make this party a party, because why not? But I'm going to do that off camera. We've got room for them. I'll decide on a little brand for them. And you'll see that next time on our adventure at Guild. If you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you next time when we have that party partied up, and maybe we'll actually go and maybe eventually see some of these ones down the end. I don't know why I'm compelled to. It's just, I enjoy just doing it. It's cathartic in a way. It feels good even if I don't like some of the part. Like I definitely have these parties in mind of like, hey, these are how they work. Maybe I should have gone and made a not through here, a funky party like is recommended. Not recommended, but like would count for one of these, like an all monk party or a 3-member party. Make the leader a bard. That one's just standard. What was this one was? Only one adventurer wearing heavy armor and wielding a shield. We actually have, like, that's Elon, his party. The thing with that is it's just so dangerous. Maybe we combine well with this. Because then you would only be... because it's the person receives more damage for each ally with this skill, so they'd only receive 40% more damage rather than 100% double damage for everyone, like a full 6 party. I mean, you wield a sword and shield. Hold on. Okay. You do sword and shield. You would also do sword and shield. Maybe I could pull... Because you would be a mage, so what we would want would be mage, healer paladin, mage, healer warrior, or defender, whatever the name of the class is that wields sword and shield and has no magic. Maybe we could do Bard, Paladin, Mage, Arcane Knight. Um, Alan, you're the Guardian, which is the Sword and Shield. I wonder... if I don't go Abigail, but part of me wanting the Bard. But here's the thing, the Bard would not be what I'd worry about in that case. It would be Abigail, Born Leader. She's pretty determined. Reinhard, who's the survivor we found. And then Alan, who is this big old tough. We would have to give you some kind of thing. You could form... I did that. You could form the 3-party. And then we'd have 4 here. Norwin, you're a bard, so I'd decide between you and Catherine, and we'd have fighter, melee, we'd have the magic taking over. We wouldn't have a dedicated healer, but we'd have Mia as a paladin. The bard can get some healing. You know what? That's what I think I'll do. I'll shorten the survivors to just these 3. And we'd have 2 bards for this party, but maybe I could just drop one of them and just have a party of 5. Maybe I could form another party. I don't know. Anyways, all of that's consideration for next time. I'll do any of the things I decide to do with party rearrangement off camera, as I always have. And I'll see you next time on our Adventure Guild.